Dyslexic genius here. I'm going to talk about the E-governor. So when you assemble it, the ring or bracket, I showed you how to pop this apart, that has leathers in it, I sanded those down. I put it on a piece of sandpaper on a flat surface, and I went back and forth to get the lines out of it per my other video. And that's all you did. It only took 3 or 4 strokes on 320 grit sandpaper. And now you see that these are nice and flat. So when the governor's running, it'll fit right here. And then I cleaned everything. So on assembly, all the springs to the flywheel part, this piece, go inside the speed control bracket right here with the 2 leathers. The other thing is, on these, this little screw that holds the end piece of the governor, this brass piece, there's a little hole, and this screw's special, and it has a 60-degree tip on it, just like that part right there, and it fits right into the hole. So you'll screw it in, find the hole, and you'll kind of wiggle and go, yep, I hit the hole, and it screws in, and you're good to go. Now on these, we're going to use a lot of graphite grease. On some of them, this one looks like a brass one, but I've seen bronze ones also in there. This is the end bearing to the governor. It fits up here. Okay, so to assemble it, when we put the governor in down, you'll never be able to oil underneath down here. You'll never get in there to oil this thing because the flywheel, when it's all setting in there, the flywheel's covering it up. And on E's, especially these early Victors, we're going to use a lot of grease, a lot of graphite grease on this thing. And I've already put a little hootie in here.
In where?
I'm going to put a little hootie right there. Stir this up. We'll fill the end piece there with a little hootie. And then when you clean them on the bearing, you want to make sure that you polish the inside of this. You know, I've talked about polishing the outside, cleaning them up. But this inside piece is going to fit right there like that. So it's going to spin. So we want everything smooth and running. And we're going to put a little hootie in that hole. And what you do, you have to take the pointed end and shove it up into the top bearing hole right there. And then that comes down. A little tricky. Once you get them together, it'll spin perfectly. Now you tighten this up. Tighten this screw up right here. Very smooth. All the balls are running great. And this will hook up with a bracket. Now the other thing about these governors, interesting stuff Victor did. You see there's, right here you have the governor shaft and then the flywheel piece here. You see that little indentation right there? There's a little indentation right there. Right there. So what that's for is to oil your governor shaft. You just come in here, put a drop of oil in there, and now you oiled it. And that's what that's for, because this sits in the governor like this. Now you can see with it together, you will never ever get in there to oil. And this one here is going, everything's going down. That's why we're using the hootie grease. And the other thing is the governor drive gear, this gear here that runs this has a wee bit of a problem. They pin this piece on. So they have these two pins here. But look, watch this. See it move? These are loose. So what you can do, just come in here. And we'll use this. Very gently. Tap these down. Getting tighter. So you do this gently. It fits in the vise right here, and the brass piece supports everything. You won't bend the gear this way. Let's see what we can do. Tighten that one, and you keep going and checking it till you get it peened over with a little ball peen hammer, and that's going to. And why are we going to do this? Because this is taking a lot of force from the spring barrel, and it's driving this gear. And this could shear off one day down the road. And we're just being cautious that everything's tight and running well. And that's my tip for the day.